Are negative entities contagious? If you have one, do you have to be concerned about passing it on to someone else? Or if you don't have one, do you need to protect yourself or stay away from infected people? We'll talk about that in this video. The quick answer is no, and there's a big reason why. You will not get a negative entity unless you're supposed to, nor will anyone else. It's a part of your soul contract. It's something that you chose to experience in this life way before you were born. So you don't have to worry about going into public and not protecting yourself, nor do you have to worry about passing it on to someone else, unless, of course, it was part of their soul contract to get an entity. There's no mistakes, there's no accidents, and there's nothing to worry about. If you're sitting there disagreeing with what I'm saying right now, one of the reasons might be because you've heard from other lightworkers and other practitioners that this is how it works. You've probably also heard from them that you need to protect your energy. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I do not subscribe to this concept. To protect your energy means that you're going out with fear. It is a fear-based action. That is a low-frequency action. And so a negative entity, which is attracted to low frequencies, is more likely to show up if you've got an energy protection bubble around you because you're afraid to shine your light and your energy onto the world. By putting yourself in a bubble, you are running away from the opportunity that you have to shine that light. And it may be that you have an entity that I classify as persistent, meaning it constantly chatters and talks to you all the time. And it's probably told you that you made some sort of error. It maybe has convinced you that it's because you've hung out with the wrong person, or played with a Ouija board, or went through a spiritual awakening. And that's the reason that it's come to you. Let's think about this from the perspective of the entity for a second. What does the entity want? It wants to use your energy. It needs your low frequency energy to stay attached. It also needs you to believe that it's more powerful than you are. Well, how's it going to do that best? Trying to make you feel bad about some sort of mistake that you made that caused it to appear in the first place. That plays right into its hands. It gets to eat a delicious energy sandwich from you because you are shameful, you are regretful, you blame yourself for whatever decision that you made that it has convinced you caused the problem in the first place. And you can't spread your entity to someone else just by being around them. Now, your entity may try to convince you that that's possible in a show of strength, a show of dominance, but the other person or the victim who you're worried about is not going to get your entity unless it's written into their soul contract. Always remember, it's about each individual soul's journey. So what do I really want you to get out of all of this? Release the guilt, release the shame, release the fear that you've made some sort of mistake that has caused this to happen to you. If you get out there with your friends or your family and enjoy life, you're going to raise that frequency, which is going to make it more difficult for that entity to stay attached to you. And if you have some questions as to why in the heck would I ever sign up for an entity? This seems like a bad idea. Why would my soul self decide long before I was born, hey, yeah, you know what sounds great is I'm going to go ahead and add a negative entity to my human existence? Well, ask yourself this question. Do you learn more things from happenings that are positive or from happenings that are negative? If you really are honest with yourself, you're going to answer that, it's the negative things that cause you to learn those lessons. Well, a negative entity is probably one of the more negative things that you can experience. So what are you going to learn from that? You're going to learn resilience. And you're going to probably learn to raise your vibrational frequency, which also means that the spiritual gifts that you brought with you, they're going to come online as well. So you don't always have to look at negative entities as a curse, as a misery, even though they're doing their best to make you feel miserable. You can change the flavor of your energy. by making it about gratitude and excitement and joy and unconditional love. And that'll make a huge difference on its ability to stay attached and continue to torment you. To sum it all up, negative entities are not contagious. You can't get them from someone else, and you can't pass them on to someone else unless it's already part of the soul contract. Whew. You can relax and enjoy your life despite this challenge that has been weighing you down. And if you look at it as a challenge rather than a curse, you'll start to get lighter and work your way up. If you'd like to know more about negative entities, where they come from, why do you have one, and how do you get rid of it, then I've created a docu-series on this YouTube channel that you can check out right here and in the description below that will answer all of these questions and more. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to share your negative entity experiences or ask any questions, please leave a comment below. I hope that you got something out of this video, and I hope to see you again soon. I love you unconditionally, and I'll see you in the next video.